What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Random Terra AI only battle. We continue with Poland's invasion of Siam. And was this like this last time? Yeah, I feel like it wasn't, but it is now. Very close to falling. That came out of nowhere. It didn't seem like it was, but I guess there's some rocket artillery there now. So yeah, Poland have a good chance of taking this city this turn. It's about time. About time. Last episode I was like, oh, it's a war, we can have an episode, and not much happened. But you know, it doesn't take much, and then the whole thing just caves in. You know, once this city goes, this one might be under threat, maybe this one, but there is plenty of units here putting up a defense. Mongolia have now picked the perfect time to make their turn take 5 minutes, I've noticed as well. So hopefully they can... This is not good. I don't know why their turn specifically is taking... That was very long. That is definitely the longest. That was longer than like the normal turns were before. That's not a good sign. But there we go. Egypt's turn. Now they're taking ages. Okay, they weren't too bad. Siam does complete the Manhattan Project, but it might be a little too late to save them. In this one, we'll see. I don't think Poland have been yet, but Siam have healed a little bit in that city, but probably not enough to get through this. Here we go. Big turn. Oh, Terra has been captured by Siam. Where was that? Where on earth? That must have been out this way. I don't know where that was. That could be anywhere. Oh wait, was it down here? No, although Poland has a city. That's Egypt, that's why. No. Terra. I have no idea. Oh, down here. Okay. Oh, they finally took this one. Oh, okay. But look at this. There's just a mega battle of units here. And the game, yeah, the game can tell because it's taken like more than 2 minutes to do this turn. Which is really bad. Like AI games, we normally stop at that point. So hopefully it speeds up after a few turns of this sort of congestion. And whatever Mongolia was doing as well. Siam completes the Manhattan Project. China was embargoed with a lot of yeses. China notably voting no, but everyone else kind of saying yes. And nuclear non-proliferation. There was some more no's. Rome, Mongolia and Poland were against it, but Siam put together more votes on their own to stop those being built. And they're obviously the one who is dying at the moment, so that kind of makes sense. But Poland does grab that city. We'll see if Siam gets it back this turn. Rome's turn was very quick, and then Mongolia's is going to take like 5 years. It's weird, but there we go. I don't know what exactly they're doing. Maybe they're planning something. Maybe they've just reached like too many units. Because it's not too bad. Like Rome have a lot of units, but they're probably not moving. They just sort of sit here. Whereas Mongolia, I feel like they're probably moving theirs all the time around the coast, around different places, because they're not as full. Whereas Rome is like full, so they just sort of sit there. And obviously Poland and co will take a long time. But yeah, it does make it difficult to commentate. I'm going to be honest. I can be creative at coming up with some waffle, but it's not exactly easy. As Mongolia's turn is still... There we go, finally done. On to Egypt. Yeah, but it might be time to consider. I don't want to, like, it feels too early, but we may have to consider highlights in this as well. Normally these games run a lot better, but this is, yeah, I mean, if we get to like 4 or 5 turns an episode, that's just not really... I don't think anyone's here for that, are they? That's not what we want. Also, the episodes might be a bit more random for the next 2 weeks, and I may not be able to do every day because I have to go do some travelling for work. Which is exciting, I guess, but yeah, obviously I can't make videos, and yeah, I'm definitely just not gonna have time to probably... I'll try my best to get one out for like every day, but they won't be as long. And again, if like a series ends, it's harder to start a new one, so we'll see. But Poland pushes in. They retake this city that they must have lost, and they really committed down here, so they're obviously annoyed that they lost this city. So it looks like they're starting to take this a little bit more seriously. And we'll see. Will Rome and Mongolia, will someone make something happen? That is the big question at the moment. Will they make something happen? I would like to open the info addicts, but I'm kind of worried it might not work. I'm sure it'd be fine, but at the same time, maybe at the start of the next episode when I've reloaded it and I've not done anything else, that'll be the best time to have a little look, just see what's going on. It's turned 300. I know we did it at like 250, but it's always cool to have a look. Let's have a look at the new world while it's all going slow. Mongolia's starting to get a little bit of northwest here. Poland's got cities, Siam, a bit more Mongolia. Here's big Egypt area. Poland pretty dominant in this region, and then Rome mostly in the south. So they've kind of divided that up amongst themselves. China, Shanghai is still on 0 health and still surviving. That is, they've done well. Siam retakes that city again, and Poland will probably retake it again. I wonder if they're going to start. They need to sort of start putting pressure on multiple cities at once. That's when it gets a little bit more difficult for Siam. But if it's just always focusing on one, I think Siam have enough to just put enough in the tiles that they'll be fine. But if you start spreading out those numbers, Poland will then have the advantage. So we'll see how it goes. But I think they should be alright. Let's turn this around. Here is Poland's turn. They're going to get it done. Yes. Did they get both? Yes, they did. They retook this one too. So that's what I mean. They're starting to spread out a bit more. If they put some more effort in the south here, that should drag away units from the north and give them a better chance of getting this done successfully. How can your turn take so long, Mongolia? You are literally doing nothing. They're not in any wars. They took out Prague. They've been surprisingly peaceful for a fair while now. It's been a while since they peaced out for a lot of Ethiopia's cities. They just took Prague relatively easily, and now they're just doing their own thing, gearing up for whatever they want to do. This city is so isolated and exposed. Do have a bit of an air force now, Rome, and they do have an atomic bomb, but they can't build any more, so they are dependent on that one. I would guess Mongolia has some nukes kicking around. I have not checked. May as well. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Well, there was at least 9, so there's probably a lot more. There. Oh, finally, Egypt sneaks in with the privateer and takes Shanghai. That took a while, and they'll probably lose it immediately to these land units. But they finally showed some level of commitment. You know, other than just some triplanes flying over. A lot of planes, to be fair. Here, 6, 7. Yeah, good amount. They have 10 up here as well. They just have a ton of triplanes. Oh, the game's frozen. Please don't crash. Okay, phew, it came back. I was a bit nervous there. Siam did not retake their city this turn, which means Poland may set their sights on some of the other cities, which is what they need to do if they want to win. They need to put some pressure on ones like this one. The capital, obviously, will be next, probably. But also just some of these other ones. Lyon, probably a good one to go. Maybe not Lyon, because there's a lot of units. Even if you pushed up to Tikal, or around the north to Cam, Theng, Fet, send some boats out this way and attack this one. Then, again, as I said, you'll spread them out. You'll have a better chance. Shanghai was retaken by China, who have the quickest turn out of everyone. So thank you, China. You are appreciated for that. It's gone before I even noticed that they were first. Okay, Mongolia, back to you to take forever. If they were doing something, I'd appreciate it, but they're not. They are just, we're just sat here watching them sort of move units around, pick all those productions that they probably have to build, because all the cities are like 1, 2, and 3 turn productions for anything they could possibly want. That's kind of what we're waiting for, picking in maybe a new technology every now and again. The odd social policy or tenant. It does look like they're up to something here, but I don't know what exactly. They could just be moving stuff up here as well, where they are. Have more nukes just stored away, just all over the map. I wonder if they're going to hit the name limit. I mean, I've never seen some of these names in a regular game. It is quite rare. I think the TSL World Games, you know, The most they'll normally settle by themselves is like 20, and they'll conquer a lot as well, but it's very rare they like settle like 100 by themselves, even if they end up with that many. Mongolia must have a lot. I don't know what the number is, because they have like 20 plus, or no, maybe not, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14. They have 19 here. It's about 25, 26 if you include them, and then they have loads at home as well. Poland managed to lose it that time, but retake it again. And somehow have not put a scratch on this city, despite having it kind of surrounded. There is still an impressive air force in there of 10 bombers, trying their best to defend it. Do leave a comment if you think it's time to go to highlights. Let me know. It is a bit slow. We could do like turn 350 and as next episode turn 400 and then 450 and then like 500 or something, and then that's another week sorted, and then I would also just know what I'm doing. If you want that, we're in a good place where I can actually ask, because this episode will go out tomorrow, and then okay, no, you have to comment really quickly before I record the next episode, I guess, but should be okay. I should be able to squeeze through. Maybe not, actually, the more I think about it. If you want highlights, there may be a delay, so but I think it might be a good time just to poll the audience, and then obviously I can just put in EU4 Let's Plays as the filler in between, because they are really fun for me, but they don't do too well on the channel, which I'm aware of, but I really enjoy them, so just keep doing those. All damage, but yes, Siam did not retake it, so this is a big turn, Poland. You need to sort of solidify your grasp on this city this turn. That's important. If they can get that done, that would be pretty useful for them. It's just good when you're not being pushed back continuously. Can't really argue about that. Upcoming session. What are we voting on this time? World leader? No, world ideology, order, and the banning of gems. I'm not too worried about the banning of gems, but order. Poland and Egypt proposing that. Now, Poland has a ridiculous amount of tourism there. This makes no... individual tourism is playing the biggest role here. And then being freedom is also good based on this, because the nations that have not got much tourism and aren't freedom are the ones that are struggling. Even if they're in, like, the order ideology. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Egypt and Rome are struggling the most, but I guess they're just next to some monster civs. Like, Rome and Mongolia are just dragging... Mongolia and Poland will be dragging Rome's people away in that sense. World Congress, I mean, Poland and, was it Egypt? They don't even have enough votes to beat Siam, so I can't really see that passing. But you never know. Crazier things will have happened. I'm a bit disappointed the other civs have not joined in on this one. You know, Egypt could have really pulled back from this and caused Siam some problems if they came in from the south at the same time. That would have really made it interesting. But, oh well. Shanghai looks like it's going to stay with China now as well. Do you want to win Mongolia? You still have to get a domination victory. I'm guessing them and Poland are like trying to get a culture victory, and it's just not going to work if they both have that much tourism. It's going to be very unlikely. Even if world ideology order did get voted in, I don't think that will help Poland too much on that path. So I think it is going to have to be the domination route, which is a long way off. No one's really got that many capitals, I think. I mean, the French capital and the Mayan capital are with Siam, but I don't see them conquering every other capital on the map. Copenhagen is with Poland. What other ones are there? Amsterdam is with Mongolia. And then Ethiopia still have their capital, as did China. And I think, is that everyone? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, but I don't. At the same time, I don't think I am. Mayans, Denmark, Netherlands. Are they the only other civs? Feels like there should be one more. Oh, and France I already mentioned as well. Okay, Sokote is starting to take a sliver of damage. I don't know how they finally broke through that other one quite quickly, but then here again they're sort of the same issues as before. I guess it's just down to where the rocket artillery is, and when there's that many defending units and planes, yeah, if you don't have much rocket artillery, it's always going to be difficult to keep some nearby and ready to do the job. So that kind of makes sense. I think it has sped up a tiny bit. I'm not really sure why, what the logic is in that. But it does feel a little bit faster. Maybe. I do feel like we've done a few more turns than we had before. Or were on track to. I don't know what turn it was when we started. Like 2... I don't want to say 297 because then I realise that's really bad still. Siam, big turn. Can they retake their city in the north? No, but they retook one in the south, so that's something. Good job there. But it does look like Poland is just going at this more in general. There seems to be more presence over here. And they just have so many paratroopers that I'm sure they could paradrop in if they wanted to. Or do something with. But no, they're still struggling. Did they retake that? No, they didn't even retake this city, so not going ideally for them. Maybe this is putting off the other civs from declaring war. They're just watching the struggle that some of these are going through and have decided maybe not. Maybe we should just stay at peace forever. It's too much effort now. Everyone's too strong. Wouldn't put it past them. Just stay out of it. Let's just be peaceful. What a world we could make. I mean, if you think about it, Poland is probably being made out to be a warmonger here pretty badly because they're the only one to have fought any real wars. I mean, Mongolia did a very brief one, but overall, like, that's got to be. You could imagine the blame being heavily on Poland right now. Mongolia growing 2 wonders in one turn. We had none for ages. Like the start of this episode, we had 2 wonders, and then now we get another 2 at the same time, and we had like none in between. Pretty weird. Just random coincidence, I guess. But there we go. That's done. CN Tower and Sydney Opera House. So yeah, that's definitely more pushing towards cultural victory kind of aspects of the game, whereas Poland's was more about protecting technology for themselves when they got the Great Firewall and the other one. Siam's turn. Will they get this back? This tank is in probably the position to do it if they go for it. Maybe there's a slight chance that they could get this done. But no. Oh no, they did, sorry. Poland's turn. Gonna be a big one here. And they actually failed. That is interesting. But they did retake one in the south, I guess, but they failed in the north, and there it kind of is. No, it's not. That is not impactful. Siam could not really contribute to this, and Ethiopia certainly. I mean, they had this could probably take China out, like if you sent it over here, but they probably are not going to do that. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see it go to highlights. It does feel a bit slow now. Like even this war, we haven't really seen any progress made. We've just seen some fighting. So do let me know. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.